Hello ladies and gentlemen, we are the A-Team in Cohort 3. Today we will be talking about Machiavellianism, how a trait from the Dark Triad can power organizations to dominance. Machiavellianism is named after Niccolo Machiavelli, who, amongst other things, was a 16th century politician, diplomat, and philosopher. He is credited as a founder of modern political science and political ethics. Machiavellianism is described as a personality trait characterized by interpersonal manipulation and placing efficiency and effectiveness over morality. Duplicity, cunning, control, manipulation, and deceit are not below a Machiavellian when it comes to achieving goals. A Machiavellian is not concerned with the morality of the means to an objective, as long as it produces the intended results. If this means manipulating, lying, and even instilling fear into others, then so be it. In the simplest of terms, if it works, use it. In this video, we will discuss 3 high Mac individuals, their achievements, failures, and why they could all be an asset to an organization. The first prominent individual with Machiavellian traits we will look at is the New England Patriots coach and general manager, Bill Belichick. Belichick was born in Nashville, Tennessee, and was raised in Annapolis, Maryland. He has a military background from his father, who was an assistant football coach at the U.S. Naval Football Academy. Bill's first coaching job came in 1974 Baltimore Colts, where he was the special assistant to the head coach. Belichick manages his roster in a very cold and rational perspective. His wins at all costs philosophy gets results, but it definitely leaves people upset along the way. He has cut franchise players without hesitation despite what the player has done for the organization in the past. Previous results matter little to Belichick. He has approached a large number of players about restructuring contracts, and if they refuse to do so, he will cut them without hesitation. Under Belichick, the Patriots have been involved in a number of big scandals, Spygate and Deflategate being the most infamous. At the start of the 2013 season, the Patriots lost to the Buffalo Bills 31-0. A few days later, the Patriots released team defensive captain Lawyer Milloy. After that, they roared through the remainder of the season to finish with 14 wins and 2 losses in total. In 2005, the Patriots released a two-time All-Pro and 5-time Pro Bowl cornerback due to his $12 million salary. Bill felt his previous credentials were not worthy of his current salary. In 2013, Belichick let the team's leading receiver walk away and sign with another team as a free agent. Once again, Bill felt he was not worth his pay. In 2014 again, Belichick approached a 6-time Pro Bowl guard to take a pay cut, and when the athlete refused, Belichick traded him away in a salary dump. Belichick began his era with the New England Patriots in the year 2000 and is currently the longest tenured head coach in the league. The Patriots missed the playoffs in the first year as head coach, but then after that began an unprecedented run of success. During his tenure with the Patriots, he has overseen a record of 178-65, which is a winning percentage of just over 73%. As a head coach, he has only missed the playoffs twice in the past 15 seasons, an incredible feat in the NFL. To compare, the second longest tenured coach, Marvin Lewis, with a win percentage of 53%, and has only made the playoffs in 6 of his 12 NFL seasons. Belichick stands alone in terms of success in the league today. Pauline Marois' Machiavellian plot was for an independent Quebec. The Quebec Party, also known as Parti Québécois, was trying to fool people who are sympathetic to the Charter of Values by using a referendum strategy. The strategy was identified as an electoral tool and was deliberately used to push the people of Quebec toward a big fight with Ottawa. It was said, Quebec values are illegal in Canada. We need to be independent. Her political strategy is to crush the competition completely, telling reporters that in order to make sure the charter does pass, she is willing to use the notwithstanding clause overriding sections of Canada's Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Pauline Marois led her party to a powerful point in Quebec. She convinced the people of Quebec to become independent when really that was not in the best interest at all. She was very self-centered and did not certainly care about what happened. She just wanted to get her way. In politics, the goal is to consider the views of all, and Marois did the opposite of that. She only thought about herself and no one else. After taking these actions, it caught up with her as she became to have the shortest term of leader since the first general election in 1940. Pauline moved her party towards a powerful government that can stand on its own with a powerful leader. She gave the people of Quebec what they want and when they wanted it. Pauline Marois' Machiavellianism got her to be the first female leader in power in the province of Quebec. She rose herself to the top in a field of all men and led her party to the top, gaining power as she went. Through the process, and once she gained power, did not stop. Having this trait as a leader is anything but terrible. She did what was best for her party and for herself. Tom Hayes is a former financial trader who worked for UBS and Citigroup from 2001 to 2010, trading in Tokyo and later on in the United Kingdom. Even as a teen, Hayes was a gambler. Though he hated the term, as he saw it, gambled implied that he was winning on chance instead of his calculation and skill. Tom was admired within his field for his cleverness. Before his time with UBS and Citigroup, Tom found an exploit in an online casino website that allowed first-time bidders to nearly always make a huge profit. He then proceeded to find similar sites and continued to profit off the exploit. When Hayes was charged with manipulation of LIBOR rates by the United States government, he manipulated the UK government into charging him as well by submitting a guilty plea and then retracted this, all in a plan to avoid extradition to the United States. Despite his skill in the field, Tom cost the companies he worked for much more than he ever made for them. UBS and Citigroup were fined $1.3 billion and $2.3 billion respectively. As for Tom himself, before his trial, the longest anyone had ever gone to jail for the crimes he committed was 2 years. He took the gamble and made a huge miscalculation, landing himself 14 years in prison. His calculating and non-emotional approach to work allowed him to excel in this chosen field. Tom's utmost confidence within himself bordered on being irrational, but produced winning results where others may have faltered. Machiavellians are powerful. They will lead an organization to the top of their industry. Sometimes harsh decisions are necessary for a company to survive or continue to thrive. Machiavellians will be so-called executioners without remorse. If a manager can place a Machiavellian in a suitable position within a company with appropriate supervision, a company can massively benefit from it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening.